What's up, everybody? My name is Zach. I'm here in Japan, and we are doing a free code camp run through of the curriculum. I'm doing this in my Discord channel, so if anybody is a beginner at coding or you want to get started, you can join the Discord channel and we can come in here and do a live Q&A like this. This is my first time doing it, so we're just kind of testing to see how it all works. And I'm actually really excited to do this because if you can see my free code camp curriculum here, I started about 3 years ago. It's been 3 years, and I have the legacy certifications. So you can see here JavaScript is legacy, and it's been a while since I've done anything, but I can go back and see my history where I very first started August 17th of 2021. So actually, to do these walkthroughs of the curriculums, I've actually made a new account. So let me log out of here real quick. All right, so we are here on my new account. You can see I've been planning on doing this for a long time. I made this extra account back in March, so it's been a while, but we're finally getting started. It's a wonderful Saturday morning here in Japan. It's 10 a.m. in the morning. I've got my coffee, and we're ready to go hard in the code, so let's do it. All right, go to the menu, curriculum. Basically, I only did these first 3 courses. I didn't even finish this. I got partway through it, mostly focused on React. But these first 3 were enough for me to get hired full-time as a web developer. So that's where we're going to start. And yeah, like I said, I'm pretty excited to do this actually because they have redone their whole curriculum. They've added a lot of new stuff. So I'm going to enjoy going through this. And yeah, if anybody's watching this and you want to do this together with me, we'll find a good time where everyone can meet and we can do this as a live Q&A. But all right, we're going to start here. Responsive web design, that should be HTML and CSS. Okay, we're still doing the cat photo app. Learn HTML by building a cat photo app. All right, we're going to start with the first lesson here. So this is a preview of what we're going to build. This is how I started. This is the first experience I had with learning how to code, and now I'm going through it again. All right, so very basic app, but it's a good start. So let's start coding. All right, what's going on here? HTML elements have opening and closing tags with the content in between. Opening tag and closing tag. Okay, that makes sense. And then the content. So they give us some example code. H1 is going to be the heading, like what they have over here on the page. This is the main heading. All right. So they want us to change the text of the H1 element from hello world to cat photo app. And watch the change in the browser preview over here. So this is the code here. This looks a little different. The layout of the thing looks a little different from when I first did this. Get some coffee. So you can see there's some code here. So basically what they've done is they've taken a code editor and they've slapped this tutorial down in the middle of it, which I'm not sure if I like this, but still this is really good. I mean, you can see you click on the button to start the curriculum and you're going to be writing your first line of code within a minute or 2, and that's pretty amazing because a lot of programs go through a lot of theory and you've got to read for 10 minutes or maybe even days before you even write your first line of code. So this is really cool. That's why I love Free Code Camp. We want to change this text hello world that's being displayed here is the main header. We're going to delete that. And then it's going to be cat photo app. So we're just going to do a quick copy and paste and put that in there. And there you go, cat photo app. Check your code. All right, that's pretty cool. They didn't have that confetti. Well, I don't think they had that confetti before. So we are 1% complete with learning HTML by building a cat photo app. That's pretty cool. Okay, so I actually want to just do something. If I'm gonna use Free Code Camp, it's cool to get started, but we also want to look at how the actual code is working. So I've opened VS Code, which is where we're going to be doing all of our real work when we're not in this like browser thing that Free Code Camp has for us. So we want to open a folder, but it's actually going to be a new folder, and I'm going to call it let's do it like this. Free Code Camp. I don't know what to call this. Walkthrough. Let's just call it that. Free Code Camp Walkthrough. Okay. And then we're going to open it. We're going to make another folder in here and call it cat app. How about that? Okay, so in this cat app folder, we're going to make a file, and that's going to be called index.html. Whoops. So now this is the blank page, kind of the blank canvas where this stuff is going to go. So HTML, we can just copy what it's got there. What's the next thing? Body. There's a better way to do this, by the way, but we're just gonna do it like this for now. Body. And what do we got next? H1, that's it. H1, and if you just press tab, that pops up like that. And it's gonna be cat photo app. Okay, and then you can press Control S to save. And now we have this. Can we look at these side by side? Okay. So now this structure, you can see HTML, body, the H1 header, and then the closing tags for body and HTML. We've got the same stuff over here in the code editor. And then you can see they're just kind of slapping these tutorial things in the middle here. So I think for a complete beginner, it might not be completely clear what's going on here with that. So basically they've got the body here and they made a huge space and they put this tutorial in here. So that's what you're looking at on this left side here. All right, and just go back. Okay, so that's it. We updated the header, the main header of the cat photo app. So let's go to the next challenge. All right, step 2. The H1 through H6 heading elements are used to signify the importance of content below them. The lower the number, the higher the importance. So H2 elements have less importance than H1 elements. And they give you some example code with the most important heading, the main heading element up here, and then smaller ones. So, forgot one really important thing. We want to we want to see the preview of this. Like, we have the preview here in the free code camp. So we can do the same thing over here in VS Code. I already have my live server set up. It's where is it? It's an extension, so you can get that set up. But I click on go live, and it should open up a preview. There it is, cat photo app. This is the same thing that Free Code Camp has recreated for us. They just did all of the work for us. I just want to show you something in here real quick. I think it's always good to play around with this stuff when you're going through a curriculum. Don't just do what they tell you and then move on. Make sure you're kind of tinkering with things. So I'm actually going to take all of these and copy them. And you could put them here if you want. And you can see what happens. So you can see by default, these different H1, H2, these different headings have different sizes by default. So that's interesting. And we'll just do a Control Z to delete that. And I could do the same thing over here in my VS Code. Copy those in there, save it, go over here to my live preview, and you can see what's going on there. But we're gonna do the same thing, Control Z, and then save it. Delete that space. Okay. So what do they want us to do? Use only one H1 element per page. Yes, that's a very important detail. Below the H1 element, add H2. So you can think of this being like the main title of the page, and then as you have different sections, you're going to put H2s, and then maybe there's like a subtitle for each section, and you'll use a H3 for that. So that's kind of how the structure works for that. Okay, but what do they actually want us to do? They want us to add an H2 element with the text cat photos. So H2, oh, they don't, I forgot that. They don't give us the shortcuts in here, which I think is actually good. They make you type this all out by hand, and I think that's a good thing. Whoops, forgot the slash thing. Okay, and I always copy paste text like this because you don't want to make a typo. Cat photos, and there you go. Check your code. Congratulations. Where is my confetti? What the heck? I guess you have to have it in full screen mode. That's not right. No, I don't want to go to the next challenge. Go back. Wait, refresh the page. Oh man. Okay, check your code. There we go. Alright, we can't move on without getting our confetti. Okay, so submit, go to next challenge. Okay. No. I want this to be on the right side. And okay. We're moving right along. Step 3. We're introducing the P element. All right. The P element is used to create a paragraph of text on websites. Create a P element below your H2 element and give it the following text. See more cat photos in our gallery. I forgot to give us an H2 over here. You know what? I'm gonna format it the same way they're doing it. Like this. Forgot to put it over in the VS Code. H2, what was it? Cat photos. Alright, and then they want us to do a P here. That's gonna say see more cat photos in our gallery. Well, okay, let's do it over here. P, and then copy paste this. All right. Now let's go to full screen so we get our confetti. Check your code. What? Where's my confetti? This is not... Okay, there we go. You gotta be in full screen mode the whole time if you want the confetti. And we're now 4% complete. We're 4% complete with learning HTML by building a cat photo app. Oh, it looks like we have a guest. Hello. Can you hear me? You don't have to talk if you don't want to, but I'm just going through the HTML curriculum for Free Code Camp. So far we've done H1, H2, and a P element. So let me just copy this. See more cat photos in our gallery. All right, so we got it. We're gonna submit and go to the next challenge. Step 4, comments. Commenting allows you to leave messages without affecting the browser display. It also allows you to make code inactive. A comment in HTML starts with this thing. It contains any number of lines of text and then ends with this arrow thing. Here's an example of a comment with the to-do remove H1. So yeah, we have that there, to-do remove H1. I'll just copy that and put that over here in my VS Code. Okay, so that's how we do it. We leave notes to ourselves, or maybe if we just temporarily want to remove this to see what the page looks like, comment out that whole thing. All right. Hello, Mr. I don't know how to say your name. Hajar. Yeah, I'm just going through this Free Code Camp curriculum, and on the right side of my screen, and then on the left side, I'm actually doing it in VS Code. And I guess I'm going to make a series of videos where I go through everything. We're starting here at the very beginning, but eventually we'll get into more advanced stuff, I guess. Okay, we have someone commenting in the chat, Mr. Hajar. I'm sorry, I'm probably not saying it right. Are you a beginner in coding, or do you have experience already? Okay, he's a beginner. I want to start problem solving in data structures. Oh, okay. Problem solving in data structures. Well, if we're looking at the Free Code Camp curriculum, they had a pretty good thing for that for JavaScript. Where's the curriculum? Yeah, I mean, for me, I did JavaScript. Yeah, these JavaScript algorithms and data structures, I don't know, like, what programming language are you using? I just did these first 3 courses, and it was enough for me to get a job, and I focused only on JavaScript. So if you're doing JavaScript, they have a good data structures and algorithms course here on Free Code Camp. They also have another section in here. Where is it? For getting ready for the job, I think. Somewhere in here. Coding interview prep. I actually haven't looked at these yet, but yeah, algorithms, data structures, take-home projects. These are probably really good. I need to do these myself, actually. Free Code Camp is amazing. I don't use language. Oh, okay, so you're just searching. Okay, you want to get started. Well, great. Yeah, then you're the perfect person to be watching this. Okay. Well, in terms of a roadmap, I mean, Free Code Camp has it right here in their curriculum. 1, 2, and 3, these first 3 courses were enough for me to get a job full-time job as a web developer, at least here in Japan. I don't know about other countries, maybe in the USA or somewhere, maybe you would need a little bit extra. Like, you would probably need TypeScript and Next.js or something. But it was enough for me to get a job. Hajar is typing. Hajar, where are you from? Morocco. Okay, I've been to Morocco one time for half a day. I was in Spain, visiting Spain, and we went over the Strait of Gibraltar and visited Morocco just for half a day. It was a nice experience. Anyway, yes, I did get a job. I showed this in the beginning of this stream, but let me switch over to my main account. Let me see. Sign out, yes. Sign in. Okay, yeah, this is my main account. Will it actually show me? Yeah. So I actually only finished those first two. I did the responsive web design certification, which is just HTML and CSS, and now it's called legacy JavaScript, but yeah, I did the JavaScript, algorithms, data structures, and those are the only two courses I actually finished on Free Code Camp. I did start this front-end development libraries and mainly focused, well, you can see I finished Bootstrap, and I mainly focused on React, but I didn't actually finish the React, and then I got my job. But it wasn't from only this. Like, this was a good foundation, but I used a lot of other resources, just anything. Like, I also used the Free Code Camp YouTube channel, because they have Free Code Camp YouTube. They have courses that are like here, JavaScript programming. It's almost 8 hours. So I would spend like 2 or 3 weeks going through one of these like 8-hour courses and coding along with it. So their YouTube channel is actually pretty amazing. Like, they have courses. They have videos that are like hours. Look at this front-end web development bootcamp course. This thing, that's hours. This thing is 21. Oh my. This thing is 21 hours long. Like, here's your whole front-end bootcamp course right here, and it's for free on YouTube. So what about interviewing for the job? Well, you do have to get good at the coding challenges. So yeah, interviews can be hard. If you just practice. I did, not for coding jobs, but for other jobs, I did a lot of interviews just to practice. I applied for a lot of jobs that I really didn't even care about, and I got interviews for those jobs, and I even got job offers, not tech jobs. Like, this was before I started searching for a tech job, but I was in Japan looking for like English teaching jobs and other kinds of jobs, and I got job offers for jobs I didn't even want, and it was basically just for me to practice interviewing so that I could build up those skills, and then when I did find a job I wanted, I felt confident already with my interviewing skills. But then if you're going for a tech job, you really have to be able to do the coding challenge part, right? Because it would be such a shame if you go through the whole interview process and then you get to the very end and you do the coding challenge and you fail it and they don't hire you because of that. So because of that reason, you have to be doing coding challenges like every day. You really should be. So something like Code Wars. I know people use Leech Code a lot, but I used Code Wars. I mean, if you're not trying to get into top level companies like Facebook and Google and stuff, if you're trying to get into just a normal level company, I think Code Wars is really good for doing those coding challenges. And that's important for when you're interviewing. You have to do those coding challenges. And if you're in Japan, I mean, if you're trying to get jobs in Japan, then there's this website for Japanese coding challenges, but it's gonna all be in Japanese language. This is the main website I'm using now for coding challenges, but that's because I'm in Japan. They have these kinds of coding challenges here. So it's kind of like Leech Code, but it's sometimes easier. Yeah, no problem. If I can, I'm gonna try to do these kind of live Q&As every weekend. I don't know if I can every weekend, but I want to kind of do these live Q&As as much as possible. This is my first one, by the way. So yeah, this is my first live Q&A. So thanks for being the only person who showed up to my first live Q&A. Well, that's it for today. I've got some work to do, so thanks for showing up, and I will see you later. Hey, if you're still here, that means you're probably pretty serious about taking the next step in your coding journey, whatever that means to you. If you're still studying, maybe you want to get your first job. If you have your first job, maybe you want to level up and get that next job. Maybe you are just getting started and you don't know what to do. You need a roadmap or something. Maybe you want to come to Japan and do it. Whatever it is you need help with, I'm now offering a mentorship service where I work with you one-on-one and regularly. Every week we have a meeting. You have access to my WhatsApp, so you can ask me questions anytime, and I will work with you one-on-one, no groups. We can put you in groups later if you want for different things, but I'll get you to where you want to go, especially if it's coming to Japan to get in the IT industry. I can definitely help you. So if you're interested in that, we can have a kind of discovery call for free where we get to know each other and you tell me what you've done so far, where you want to go, and we'll see if we're a fit for each other, if I think my services can help you, and if it's good, then we'll start doing it. So if you're interested in that, just check the link for my Calendly somewhere in the comment description of this video. Schedule a free meeting, and I'm looking forward to talking with you. All right, see you later.